Welcome to OnlyRoofers podcast. My name's Elizabeth, and you're joining us for our first ever episode of women-owned companies in the industry. We have Kim Reed, who most of you guys know, and Heather Hitchcock, who is a new industry woman, and she's going to rise to the top as well. So today we're going to be talking about how they got into the industry, what they're going to be talking about to other women who want to be in this industry, and how to become as successful as them. So let's start off with you, Kim. Welcome. Talk to us a little bit.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. Well, right now I'm involved in Commercial Roofing Academy, and then I have my heart is in our nonprofit, Roofers in Recovery. I'm here to promote that, and I am here to be an outreach to everybody. So for those of you that don't know anything about Roofers in Recovery, please look us up. It's near and dear to our heart. We put people through rehab that need it in our industry, and we are always here for a resource. So that's what I'm involved with.
Wow.
And yeah.
I love that. I love that. And what about you, Heather? Tell us about your company and
Yeah,
what you do.
so I'm super new to the industry. Actually was in health and fitness for 10 years. Some life circumstances happened. I needed to figure out what I was going to be when I grew up. I had a buddy who had a small residential roofing company in Houston. I saw an insurance scope. And I was like, whoa, this is like a lucrative industry. And so I actually invested in a couple programs, Becca Switzer. That gave me the confidence to start my company. That was a year ago. And so now I've recently got connected to the Reeds, and I'm also in recovery. So that was something that drew me to them. And now I'm just excited to be here, connect with awesome boss babes and taking it to the next level.
So let's actually talk about that. A lot of us have heard that term before, boss babes, right? But I think the women in this industry have to take it to another level because we are in a world that's dominated by men. We're in a construction environment, and I've always been very blessed to have great men who have been leaders and mentors for me. What about some women who are in this industry right now who don't have that experience? Maybe they're in a company that their leader is a man who's not as supportive and encouraging to women. What would be some advice for you guys to how to help them overcome that and get out of that kind of situation?
Well, there's a lot of training programs out there. You just have to know your craft. Get involved with as many people as possible. Find a mentor, and that right there will put you where you need to be. So just educate yourself as much as possible is my best advice.
I'm really big into personal development. I know Kim is. I'm sure you are coming from the background that you have. Who are some of your favorite personal development speakers who've helped you in this industry and helped you kind of get out there and open your mind up?
Well, actually, Ed Milet was incredible.
I got to
He's
talk
my
to him
hero.
backstage.
Incredible.
He's my man crush. Sorry, husband.
Maxwell, who's speaking tonight, was somebody that in my previous industry was a huge leadership component that I heard a lot of. But you had a really good question, and I actually wanted to answer that because prior to starting my company, when I got exposed, I worked for 3 male contractors because I only knew what I knew, which was nothing. And for 9.5 months, I shadowed them, not knowing anything about the industry, but very quickly realized, man, this isn't for me. I'm not about this, like a lot of compromising morals and integrity. And so my advice would be to invest in yourself, find some women, find some programs, and step out on your own. So that was a really great question. I just wanted to speak on that.
Yeah, I went through an experience where I had to really change. So I'm a single mom. I have my son. When I started my company, I actually was starting to share this yesterday. I left my ex, and I left with $4,000 and my baby in 2019.
Look at you.
And I was just like, it wasn't necessarily because of my business or where I was at. It was because all of that put together was really holding me back as a person. So don't be scared just because you're a woman that, hey, I have a son, I have kids, I have this, I have that. I don't have enough money to leave this person. But I did it. And it has gotten me so much further in life to just get out of that situation and just continue to grow. That's where you find your motivation.
And what a lesson and an example for your children. I have 3.
And just to watch her, I'm seriously, ladies that are out there watching this, follow Elizabeth. I'm old. I've been there, done that. But this one, I'm so proud of her because I've watched her for years. I've seen her from the beginning and her now. And if that's not inspiration for you, I don't know what is. So connect with her, watch what she's doing. It's very inspiring. It's, even for somebody that is old and has been there, done that, right? It's just nice because I can look at you and say, I'm proud of her. She's good. My daughter can look at you. You know what I mean? So, so good job. Thank you for doing what you do.
And there's so many women right now who are probably going to watch this video because let's be honest, there's not a lot of women on our platform in our industry. Kimberly and I had the privilege of being one of the women that actually got to speak at this event, and Becca as well. She's really amazing. I love watching her. But being the few women in this industry, the reason why we have to put ourselves out there so much is for the ones that are out there that are going to come into this path that we're all
Good.
creating.
Yep.
So
So
always
good.
keep in mind the women who are coming behind you.
Yeah.
And don't forget to lead them and be a good partner and mentor to them as well.
Absolutely. Amen.
And reach out to as many women as possible. I mean, us women, we are powerful. We are way more powerful than any man, and no offense, guys, but seriously, we usually drive the train. I mean, that's just how it is. And
Yeah.
so with what we can do, you guys can learn a lot from us, and we can help each other instead of being catty or jealous or worried or whatever.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, I'm 53 and I know women get weird, right?
Yeah.
So put it behind you. Get out there and reach out to your sisters and
Yeah.
do what you're supposed to be doing and make a difference, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So before we go, any last advice you want to give ladies, men, anyone out there who's looking to get into the industry and succeed? Any tips that you have as a newcomer?
Totally. If this is something you're even considering or entertaining, something stirring in your spirit, I just encourage you to go for it. Don't be intimidated. Don't be afraid to step out. When I started this business, I had a goal of 1 roof a month, had no idea what I was doing, never paid $1 for a lead, and I'm currently doing 2 to 4 a week. I've been in business for 1 year.
Congratulations.
So this industry is
that's awesome.
amazing. And what I've learned is we need more people like
More
us.
women. Yep.
So step out, take the risk. It's totally worth it.
Yep.
What about you, Kim? You're so experienced. You have so much knowledge. What do you have to say?
My best advice, like I said before, is find a mentor. Get your foundation right, because that's where it starts. It starts with God. It starts with doing the right thing. Always do the right thing.
Yes.
Try to stand apart from other people and go that extra mile for your clients and for your friends. And that's where you start.
Thank you all so much. My last piece of advice for you guys is, if you have a dream out there, instead of just having it in the back of your mind and postponing it, just write it down and start making that plan and work that plan, because the only person who's going to bring that dream to life is you. And that one of the biggest quotes that always has inspired me, the place where all dreams go to die is the graveyard. If you went through the graveyard and you saw all the dreams and possibilities people could have accomplished, where would the world be at today? So take charge of your life, guys. Do what you're meant to do and what you're called to do. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
I feel so privileged to be with 2 successful women like you guys. I appreciate everyone who's watching, and thanks for joining us on another episode of Only Roofers.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.